Welcome back, folks, to a brand new video. So each year, destinations around the world are just getting more expensive, especially major cities like London and Paris. But Europe still has quite a number of budget-friendly destinations that you can visit for 2025. So let's take a look at 10 cheap places to visit in Europe. Number 1. Ljubljana, Slovenia. I feel this is a perfect city break. I'm not sure if it's the amazing food, the riverside cafe culture, or the fairy tale beauty of the whole city, especially in autumn. But it's become one of my favourite places to visit. The old town is gorgeous, the cobbled part of the city, sandwiched between the imposing hilltop castle and the river. Now, what I like about Ljubljana is that it shares many of the qualities that I really enjoy about Scandinavia. It's green, clean, and very pretty. Everything being good quality and a general feel of calmness. But the good thing about Ljubljana is that it doesn't have that painful impact on my bank balance like most of the Scandinavian cities. So I think you should definitely visit this particular destination, and I promise you, you will be highly surprised. Next on the list is Tallinn, Estonia. Home to the UNESCO Heritage Site and one of the most well-preserved historic squares. Now, I think Tallinn is one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. It's ultra-modern, but it also has that old, warm charm. With a high stone fortress standing as the gateway between the two worlds. So if you're looking for more of a medieval-style city, this is a great location to visit. But also you have bird's-eye views of colourful rooftops and domes from the hills, or even get lost in the charm of the Tumpia castle. So folks, I think this is a great option, especially in the summer, as well as the shoulder season. Number 3. Funchal, Madeira Island, Portugal. Now, I think this destination is wildly underrated. Madeira's capital has all the ingredients that you need for an excellent city break. The cobbled streets, a cable car, the culture, and coastal views, and not forgetting those custard tarts. And probably one more thing, it is far cheaper than a lot of places that you can imagine in Europe. But no one really goes to Madeira for a city break, and that's the thing. You can use Funchal as a base, taking public transport for days out in and around the island. So overall, I think this is a great city break and really underrated. Number 4. Cesky, Krumlov in the Czech Republic. Now this is in Bohemia's deep south, and one of the most picturesque towns you'll ever see in Europe. So it's like a little like Prague, but in miniature. A UNESCO World Heritage Site with a stunning castle above the Vltava River. So here you'll be able to explore a wonderful old town square, on a much smaller scale than Prague. So you can walk from one side of the town to the other in roughly 20 to 25 minutes. In the summer, yes, it's popular, but I think in winter is where this place comes alive. Number 5. Bucharest, Romania. Now, many people just seem to use Bucharest as somewhere to fly into Romania, and then immediately leave to head for the countryside. It's a shame really, because it's definitely a city worth spending a few days in its own right. They do say it's kind of like the new Berlin. Gritty architecture, surprising green spaces, very hip, and plenty of places to eat and drink. But it does have that real vibe to it, like most of Eastern Europe. But I do believe it's very affordable compared to some of the major cities in Europe. I mean, I had a 3-course meal for less than 30 quid. And I'm not going to lie, it can feel a little bit grubby. Stations especially need some serious TLC, but overall, I think it adds to its character. Number 6. Kaunas, Lithuania. Now, this destination is the second biggest city in the country, after the capital of Vilnius. And did you know just a few years ago, it was actually the European Capital of Culture for 2022. And there were over 1,000 incredible events that took place right in the city just to celebrate. So it's cheaper, it's less crowded, and you'll feel a little less like a tourist compared to the other destinations on this list. So the highlights would be to visit the 9th fort, and not forgetting the medieval Kaunas castle. And lastly, I'm pretty sure all the Hollywood celebrities would want to know that you can visit the Devil's Museum. So there are plenty of activities to keep you occupied. And surprisingly, number 7, Bari, Italy. Now this is a beautiful coastal city that's in the south. Known for its stunning old town, beautiful beaches, and lots of delicious food. So combining all three, it's a perfect destination for quite a relaxing and authentic Italian getaway. Now normally I wouldn't put Italy on this type of video, but I can tell you, Bari is still one of those places where you can enjoy a city without the hordes of tourists and crazy prices. And one of the best places to start is the old town, known as Bari Vecchia. And you'll find plenty of cafes and restaurants here, serving up all kinds of specialities. And as I mentioned earlier, you don't need to go deep into the mountains to find something a little bit more affordable and still in some of the popular countries. And I think Bari is a great choice. Number 8. Bratislava, Slovakia. Now this destination is simply beautiful. And because it's not a major tourist destination, compared to Prague, Dubrovnik, and let's say Vienna, here you can intimately experience places like the historic Old Town and its cobblestone streets, which are usually packed with the crowds in cities like the ones I just mentioned. But the good thing is here is you can visit Bratislava on a day trip if you want to go to a major city like Vienna, and you can combine both destinations. And they're only an hour apart. So I strongly recommend slowing down, spending a few days here in Bratislava, and if you do get bored, you can always hop on a train and go to Vienna. Number 9. Sofia, Bulgaria. Now this capital is consistently ranked as one of the cheapest major cities in Europe, based on criteria like cost of housing, dining out, transportation, and amongst other things. So while they are part of the European Union, the country still uses the lev instead of the euro. Now this is where you can get your money's worth and see everything from Roman ruins to a lot of new Baroque buildings. But there is a lot to do here, and I can tell you the nightlife is buzzing. One to watch. And finally, number 10, Berat, Albania. Now this country has been becoming quite popular when it comes to those holiday resort destinations. But I still think there are plenty of city breaks on offer. Like Puglia's truly Chefchaouen all blue buildings, Berat's unforgettable white Ottoman houses are also totally unique. The simple traditional rooms inside also provide that super affordable way to stay here. And as many are guest houses or independently run hotels. Even the Hotel Via Alexander was around £35 per night. So I don't think a trip to Berat is going to absolutely destroy your bank balance, but you can head up the steep cobblestone streets to see the 13th century Berat castle, and the entry here is free, and then take in the town of 1,000 windows, all the way from the top. And there you have it, folks. Hopefully these destinations are where you can stretch your money a little bit further. That's it from me. As always, be good, be kind, and be careful. Peace.